Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Sam. I am a photographer and filmmaker based here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. If you're new to the channel, I talk a lot about street photography, camera gear, camera equipment, photography in general, and something that I want to pursue now in the future is share a little bit about freelancing as a photographer and filmmaker, building your career as a freelancer, because I've been a freelancer for the past 7, maybe 8 years already at this point, and I've learned a lot. There's definitely a lot of things for me to learn as well. When I was starting out, I never really had this advice, and it was very difficult for me. And I think the one thing that's very important is that the more you share, the more you learn as well. And so this is something that I want to share a lot more. So to kickstart talking about freelancing, I want to talk about 3 things that you should be doing if you want to earn money as a beginner photographer or filmmaker. This is a little bit bad to start off in a sour note, but I think for everyone who's watching, chances are is that you've gone through a lot of other videos as well. But I want to tell you this, and that it is going to be very, very difficult if you want to build a career. It is actually easy to get money doing freelance photography, but what's difficult is being able to sustain yourself. So the first thing I want to share with you is build a portfolio, specifically on Instagram. Specifically, try and build a portfolio or try and take pictures of things that you want to get hired for. For example, if you're looking to get hired into weddings, try shooting more portraits or try shooting more couples. Or if you're trying to get hired by brands to shoot clothing or fashion, try and shoot more fashion related content. Now, not everything on your Instagram has to be related to what you want to shoot, but for the most part, try and build a portfolio based around the things that you are more likely or you are more interested in getting work about. Why I say Instagram is because Instagram is a place where most people interact with, even from big brands to smaller brands to individuals. Everybody is most likely going to be on Instagram, so it's in your best interest to actually build your portfolio first on Instagram. And the reason why I say build your portfolio on Instagram is because it relates to the second point, which is reaching out to clients. So for the most part, a lot of the tips that I see talk about like tagging big brands. And I'm going to tell you straight up, 99.9% of the time, a big brand is not going to hire you just because you took a nice photo of their products. I can attest to that because I run a pretty successful Instagram account. I tag a lot of the bigger brands, and frankly speaking, it's like probably 1 or 2 have really translated into me getting products, but I haven't got hired by any of these big brands. And the reason for that is because a lot of these bigger brands, when they are hiring or when they want to shoot their campaigns, they want to shoot their product, and if they want to shoot anything related to social media, they already have a team, either an internal team or they already have a social media agency that has ties with a production house or photographers. So it's going to be very difficult for you to break into that contact and get a big brand to hire you to shoot some of their images, unless maybe if you have a really huge following. If you have a huge following, chances are they might hire you as a KOL or as an influencer. But for the most part, most people, even like myself, it's absolutely unattainable. Not all of us have like hundreds of thousands of followers to get that sort of results. And that's why when YouTube videos are telling you to tag brands, share your content with the hopes that these brands are going to hire you in the future, it's almost impossible, because for most big brands, you need to have a name or you need to have a studio backing your name. And that's the only way to get work. However, if you are smart about it and if you look for homegrown brands or smaller brands that are starting out, these might not pay as much as big brands, but they will still get your foot into a commercial space or into a wedding space. It's about looking for brands that are attainable to you, or it's looking for clients that are attainable to where you are starting out. Think about it. If you were Mercedes, for example, and if you saw somebody with 100 followers tag you, really nice picture, are you going to hire that person? Logically speaking, no, you're not. But if you are a smaller homegrown brand with maybe hundreds of followers or maybe 1,000 followers, or a company that just started, a startup company, chances are you are going to hire a not so well-known photographer, or you're going to hire somebody who doesn't have that much experience because cost is low. They're going to charge you less, and that's how you should be thinking. You shouldn't be thinking as a photographer. You need to be thinking as a business. So search for smaller brands, homegrown brands, brands that just start out. If you have a friend who's just starting out their business, that's a good way into getting your first paid gig. So approach smaller brands and you will find that your chances of getting hired is going to be a lot more. And that comes to my third point, which is a little bit contradictory, but yes, my third point is to work for free. Now you might be saying, Sam, but I'm here to earn money. Why are you telling me to work for free? When I was first starting out as a freelancer, I saw a friend of mine who was on Facebook. She was promoting her like personal workshop, and I approached her and said like, "Hey, do you need help? I can come video the whole thing." And she said, "Yeah." I met up with her. We went to the studio to shoot where we were shooting at. I met up with the studio owner, who so happened to be a owner of a cafe. And one day, this owner of the cafe and studio was sitting down in her cafe, and she overheard one of her customers saying that, "Hey, I need a videographer." And what she did was that this owner, she referred me to that client, who to her customer, and right now I am serving that customer for the past 2 years already. And for that very small referral, I have been shooting for many big clients, just through that one referral. And I think that shows the power of working for free, but working for free strategically. So the way I go about this is, if a brand approaches you and asks you to work for exposure, that's when you need to think about it a little bit more. But if you as a photographer approach an individual, a couple, or a small brand asking to collaborate and work for free, that's okay, because you are the one that's reaching out. You are the one that's already calculating the cost benefit ratio. And that's how I would go about it if you're looking to use the work for free method. Even for me now, I shoot for free time to time because I know that there are certain opportunities that can come out of these things. And all of these are not really related to brands, they're related to individuals. I usually shoot for free for individuals or maybe friends. But for the most part, a lot of these have translated into actual work. Now, I'll admit, working for free can take a while for you to translate into getting paid work, but it is a way for you to start. And in my opinion, the best way to start out if you're a freelancer or you're a beginner photographer that has no experience working at all, this is the best way to get context and really get experience working. So consider working for free, but be smart about it, and how you choose which work to do for free. These 3 tips are going to be useful for you, but they won't happen overnight. You need to constantly be working on these 3 things simultaneously, and honestly speaking, a lot more if you want to build a career as a freelancer. But working on these 3 things are very simple to start out with if you're looking to build money or if you're looking to make money as a freelancer. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're interested in knowing more about freelancing or maybe how I started out my freelance career, please do let me know down in the comments below. If you have any questions, drop me a message on Instagram, email in the comments. I try to help out as many people as I possibly can. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, if you found this helpful, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot. Thank you so much for all the support that you guys have been giving me so far, and I guess I'll see you in the next one.